Hey y'all, it's Kirk. So Ask Dr. Kirk, episode 26. And today's episode is actually a very timely one. At the time I'm making this video, we just recently ended a school year and had a graduation, and mamas and daddies are sending off their babies for their first time out from under their roof and gonna just let them little birdies fly and push them out the nest. Um, I had the same question from many people, but I'm going to kind of combine them, and I'm going to give credit to two folks for this. I'm going to say Mark in Waycross, Georgia, and Summer in Hazelhurst, Georgia, and everybody asked the same kind of form of this question: what is the go-to medical or supply things that a person would need in their apartment or dorm or whatever? So, and the answer to the question goes right along when people ask me, what is your at home go to first aid station or medicines that you always have on hand? So these kind of go hand in hand. But so here's how we're going to do this. Now, first off, let me go ahead and say this is a situation where generic is great. Okay. I'm not thinking name brands in any kind of way. Don't break the bank on this. This is a dollar store trip. And but these are my go-tos. I think of these things, I break them down in categories, body parts sometimes, systems, but I'll try to go through this real quickly. But I made a little list, y'all, and you can simply take a screenshot of that if you want to. I'll give you time to take a screenshot of that. Is it clear? Kind of a glare right there, sorry. Might kind of mess it up. There you go. You can take a shot of that right there. Boom. So real quickly going through these. So category pain. Of course, I want you to have something on hand in case you have some aches and pains and whatnot. Tylenol and ibuprofen are your go-tos. Tylenol, remember, y'all, is the one that I recommend more for a headache or pain kind of thing, sharp pains. Ibuprofen is really more for the kind of soreness and stuff. Hopefully they're getting their exercise and maybe their muscles are sore or whatever. Ibuprofen tends to be the better fever reducer too. So when you're thinking of which one you want to take because they might have a little fever or something, ibuprofen tends to be a better one as far as an antipyretic. Anyway, all right, moving on. So let's go across the board here. Allergy. Now, your child may have some specific allergy needs. They may be an asthmatic or whatever, and they're a Claritin person or Zyrtec person. Sure, do those kind of things. Generic, still great in that category. But Benadryl is a must-have. Why? Benadryl is still our go-to for any kind of allergic reaction, rashes, whatnot. Maybe they're out in the world now, so they may be experiencing new things they didn't realize they were allergic to. They're certainly going to be, if they're not here, they're under different pollens and whatnot. So just remember the sedating effect. Don't let Benadryl be a reason your child misses class. Moving on, let's go down here to tummy. So tummy stuff. You don't want to end up being nauseous or running off of the stomach or these kind of things. So the classic stomach soother is still Maalox. I like that in liquid form, but if you want to do pills, that's fine. Something to coat the stomach, so if they're out there living their best life and they're trying new things, maybe their tummy gets upset or whatnot. So that tends to be a great bucket of water on a fire going on inside is Maalox, still the classic. Imodium is also the other one. I prefer Imodium when you're thinking of, oh my gosh, I'm running off of the stomach. You can be a Pepto person, that's fine. Imodium, I think, has a little bit more effectiveness when you're trying to stop things so that you can get to and from. Remember, from a previous Ask Dr. Kirk, I'm not a big fan of taking Imodium when diarrhea is caused by a bad bite of food or a virus, because your body's doing the way God designed it. It's trying to flush things out. So you don't want to stick a cork in that and hold bad things in, taking a bunch of Imodium. But I get it. You need to function and, get in a car or try to struggle through class or whatever. Then, yeah, you need something that kind of slows things down so you're not embarrassing yourself there. So those two in the tummy category. Think of the other body parts, eye stuff. Visine, I just put that as kind of a name brand, but you don't got to do that. I want something not necessarily medicated, not necessarily this and that, something that flushes the eye. So one of the very basic kind of eye drops that essentially flush things out. So if they ever encounter some kind of irritant to their eye, they can pop in some stuff until they can be seen by somebody and figure out what's going on. Ear-wise, Debrox is still a great thing. It's over the counter. It's diluted peroxide. Do not put pure peroxide in your ear. I think that was another episode of Dr. Kirk you might look back on. So Debrox is the safe form if they ever have any kind of blockages or any kind of thing. This is always still a great way to kind of clear out your ear until you can see your physician and see what the heck's going on. So moving on to first aid. This is my basic kind of first aid stuff. There's stuff a lot more to this, but these are the really, really skeleton crew basics. Cold packs, they make these that you can break and it automatically gets cold. Being able to ice an injury is a huge thing. So always have some way to make the cold pack's the easy kind. We have ones in my office that's this lot of jelly kind of pack thing that you heat it up and it's a hot pack. You freeze it and it's a cold pack. It's kind of cool. If you're nearby, come see me. I'll give you some of those for your kid. But cold packs. Next one, sterile gloves. If any kind of accident happens, you want to be where you're not getting germs all over you. So sterile gloves to be able to take care of wounds and having clean hands to patch yourself up. It's always a good idea. Just a simple pair. You don't have to get a whole box of that. 4x4 gauze pads. These are just kind of the workhorse of first aid. Being able to absorb blood, wipe things down, used to apply things. The 4x4 gauze pad that you can get at CVS, Walmart, wherever is a great little thing to have. So get the 4x4s. If you can get by on 2x2 is fine, but you ask any person that works in healthcare, the 4x4 is just kind of the workhorse gauze pad that's able to help with all sorts of sopping up stuff and placing clean dressing on something. So get your 4x4s. Next, triple antibiotic ointment and peroxide. I should have put these in the opposite way. Peroxide, remember, at the first part of a cut or wound, yes, in the first 24, that's a great weapon to clean a wound wonderfully. After that 24, 48 hours, though, you need to stop that and now go with the triple antibiotic, Neosporin kind of stuff. Again, these are all just for the house until you can be seen by a professional to see what else you might be needing to do. But in a pinch, any kind of basic triple antibiotic ointment is a great thing. And then multi-size bandages. They make these big packs that have all sorts of sizes. So if you nick yourself or whatever, or in some kind of funny place, you have a bandage that's shaped and sized for what you might have done. This is a pretty basic list. Remember, if anything goes on with your child, they need to already know where a good pharmacy is, establish that early so they know where to get help and medications and whatnot. They also need to have fleshed out who's going to be their healthcare provider, where's a clinic to go to, where the closest ER is, all those kind of things, just so they know in an emergency situation what's going on. But when they're at the house, this should be the kind of basics of what you need. So everybody that asked it, the same thing goes for the house. You can have that's there at your house. And Mark in Waycross and Summer in Hazelhurst, who gave credit to this, and everybody else who asked this question. I hope this helps. Please hit me up with any questions, comments. I've probably forgotten some things there, but that should get you by until we can think creatively. Life comes at you quick, man, and so you have to kind of, adjust on the fly there. But this is the basics. So hope that helps. This was Ask Dr. Kirk. Share, like, let's hear the comments, questions, and keep the questions coming for Ask Dr. Kirk. I'm loving these things. I love y'all. Mean it. Jesus loves you. I'll see you on the next one. Ciao. Obrigado a todos. Mahalo nui loa.